Woods. This is Burning Boxer back on Total War Warhammer. I got a replay I played 2 days ago. It's another 2v2. It's me playing as Middenland along with the Beastmen against the Empire and Bretonia. And we can run through some of the lineup here. I got Toddbringer, and I believe I have him on a barded horse, along with 5 swords. 4 of them have 3 chevrons, 1 has 2 halberds, 4 great swords, 2 crossbows, 2 I can't even think of their names. The griffin looking things with halberds. A cannon. Here, I'll put it on slow motion. I can actually get the name of those damn things. Demigriffs. Demigriff knights with halberds. I have a cannon here, a hammer of the witches, so that does magical damage as a cannon, and then I brought hellstorm rockets as well. My ally went with an Ungor spear herd with shield spam, so he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those, backed up by another 6 minotaurs. He brought Kazarak, the one-eyed, and a Bra Shaman of Death. And then it looks like he's got a bunch of Ungor raiders on the left flank, another 6. Bretonia's brought, let's see, 1 field trebuchet. He's got some Grail Knights on the left flank. He's got, I think these are all men-at-arms, pole-arms. Yep, 6, 7 of those, if I'm counting right. He's brought a paladin, a damsel, 3, 4 archers, and along with 2 Knights of the Realm in the back. You can see my rockets are opening up on theirs as we speak, along with my cannons. The Empire's brought 1, 2, 3, 4 halberds, and 1, 2, 3, 4 great spears with Karl Franz on a Pegasus. I believe they have 2 light wizards, and it looks like Bretonia's backing them up with some Pegasus Knights. And then you can also see they've got demigriffs with halberds, a war priest, and some rights guard, Zintler's rights guard. So I'm going to end up moving my line up. Here, we'll put this normal motion. As my ally does, he's going to try and take on Bretonia while I take on the Empire. We definitely outweigh most of their infantry. The issue could be cavalry if we can't get my Demigriff Knights in, and if he gets his Demigriff Knights into these Minotaurs. That's not going to be a fight we won. I'm trying to silence his rockets right now. I probably should have focused on these great swords. But as the lines move closer and closer together, my crossbows open up on his. My ally is just going to full-on charge this pole arms line with his Ungor spear. And I'm just going to throw 2 swordsmen at this blob for right now. Oh, I didn't see that. There's an Empire captain as well. And 2 swordsmen at this blob. And I move my demigriffs out on the flanks to help flank when these engagements get going. But they drop a net of Amatok right here. So that's going to be problematic. I send in a great sword on each flank. I still have my halberds holding on the flanks. My demigriffs get a charge in here. This will be pretty brutal. Sorry for the frame rate drops. These big battles tend to kill my computer a little bit. And then he brings out his demigriffs, so I'm retreating mine back to the halberds, try and get some help with that anti-large. And I'll end up swinging this great sword over to this fight, since there's also a war priest. Now that my demigriffs are free over here, I'm going to turn them around and charge. And soon I should be pulling Toddbringer right up the middle to deal with those war priests. You can see that this fight doesn't look like it's going in my favor too much, but my great swords and swordsmen are going to tear through these halberds and end up wrecking that, and this just turns into a giant infantry blob. Meanwhile, my ally has thrown his minotaurs into the fight along with his ungors, so they're going to pretty handily wreck these men at arms. I've routed his rockets, almost nearly, and I throw my great swords into this fight, try and even it out since my demigryphs weren't getting the best of it. And there go his rockets. Yeah, I sent Toddbringer after these light wizards. They could have probably brought Karl Franz over and helped to deal with Toddbringer. That might have helped them out a bit. But he's just gonna mop the floor with these light wizards. Instead, they send Karl Franz into this cavalry engagement on the right side. And you can see I'm winning that pretty handily. Well, was, until they brought in a rear charge from these Reichsguard. But I've turned half my crossbows over here to focus on the larger targets. My allies kind of mopped up some of the Bretonia infantry, so he's sending Minotaur support to free up my infantry from these massive blobs. As I've said before, I'm not the greatest with micro, so I could be pulling a rear charge right here. But it looks like we got the full surround on this captain. Issue comes now with dealing with these Pegasus Knights and the remaining Bretonia infantry, since the Empire's all but crumbled, it looks like. Their war priests got out of that alive, and Karl Franz is still fighting my great swords, demigryphs, and halberds in here. But my crossbows are going to open up point blank on these Reichsguard and just devastate them. Bretonia is trying to deal with Kazarak, which isn't an easy target for them to deal with. They're just running cycle charges, it looks like. Meanwhile, they send more infantry over to re-engage. We've warded off most of the Empire cavalry. They're regrouping with their war priests, but my cannons will be firing on them shortly, taking out a couple Reichsguard you can see there. Ooh, how many did that get? 2? 3. Took out 3 demigryphs right there, 1 cannon shot. That's ridiculous. I'm trying to bring down Franz with my archers. I don't know where Toddbringer is. Oh, he's right here. He was dealing with that war priest. The light wizard calls in an excellent vortex spell right here, just wrecking my men. Luckily, the great swords and these demigryphs have strong-ish numbers, so they should be alright for the moment. There's 1 demigryph unit left over here. Looks like they're gonna try and get that left flank. I'm still having my archers shoot at Franz, trying to keep him away since he's pretty low in health. At this point, our biggest threat is King Lianluan Kerr. Ooh, that's terrible friendly fire from myself. And another issue is these Knights of the Realm swinging around that left flank. My cannons can't move quick enough, and you'll see that they end up catching my cannons here shortly. But the power bar is starting to swing in our favor. All that Bretonia has left really is these archers, which isn't a whole lot, along with King Luan, and they're going to lose these Knights of the Realm in a charge at my artillery, as my crossbows are redirected there. The Empire has seemed to have forgotten about the Reichsguard, but they did bring over their demigryphs and the Empire captain, who were defeated by a combination of demigryphs and swordsmen. This fight is kinda in our favor. These Mentars are getting low on leadership and decide to go chasing after Bretonia infantry, while my great swords try to deal with that. As you can see, yeah, these Knights of the Realm are just gonna get shredded, shot in the back by my crossbows as halberds show up to help deal with them. And even though there aren't many halberds, they can hold them up long enough for my crossbows. Ooh, some cannons got off there too. That could have been devastating depending on if they hit point blank like that. Neither team's doing great micro. I got swordsmen chasing fleeing units when they probably could deal with both of these right here, or at least hold them up. My great swords are going to outdo his right there. I'm still sending my general Toddbringer after various heroes. He'll follow this light wizard, and then he's going to end up going after this damsel, but she's hidden from sight currently. Another great spell. It's going to damage my great swords pretty badly, and puts this fight in favor of Luan Kerr. But I got more great swords to throw in. I have men that can remount the artillery there. I have a demigryph knight literally just chasing units to the border. Not that it probably needed to. And you can see right here I decided to switch targets since I got this single Reichsguard chasing me. I engage Foebringer and one other spell or ability on Toddbringer. And yeah, the power bars just shifted too much. There's not enough Bretonian infantry or Empire units left to deal with what I got. And their leadership's gonna crumble here shortly, as you can see. I had a lot of fun with this battle. I thought I did a lot better with this one than I had with that Elven battle. That one was a mess with my micro, but I think I kept this one together pretty well. Can get some sick shots of Luan Kerr taking on some great swords. It's just a powerhouse. It's interesting that they didn't put him on a mount. I don't know why they did that. Perhaps they didn't want to spend the money there. But with demigryphs coming in, it's pretty much over for him. His leadership's gonna break and his army's gonna break. And with Toddbringer chasing down the only remaining hero that's really capable of fighting, it's gonna be just about it. And there goes their leadership. They're all shattered. You can see a lot of casualties for my ally, even myself. If you look down here, there's just the battle lines are just littered with the corpses of the dead. We'll end this replay. You can see that I came out on top basically with most men remaining percentages wise, but yeah, I had units pay off a lot better here. My demigryphs racking up 60 kills each, 80 kills from a hellstorm. That's great. 118 from a swordsman now. That is ridiculous. I'm surprised my great swords didn't get a whole lot of kills, but you also have to remember one of them was tossed in to fight demigryphs and Reichsguard, and the other 3 were sent in as backline, so they weren't in the front of the infantry. Also 2 of them fought Luan Kerr. Another 100 kills from swordsman. Toddbringer 21 kills and virtually untouched. We just mopped the floor with them. So yeah, I really enjoyed that battle, guys. I'll be sure to put up more Total War. I think I'm gonna have some more Insurgency coming up. Sorry I didn't upload Wednesday. I figured getting 2 videos out on Tuesday kind of compensates for that. But if you enjoyed the video, feel free to subscribe and definitely smash that like button for me. Really helps me out a lot. I'll catch you all later.